What's up, guys? It's your girl Tree with another tip from Tree Tips Media. Okay, I had to come back to y'all. Y'all can see I'm in my pajamas and everything before I went to sleep. I didn't realize that the end of my puffy video, tip 4, was no sound. So I had to bring y'all the tip on this because it was just getting good and juicy in that courtroom. Okay, so I think I was at the point where it says the judge. The judge basically told the defense attorney, Puffy's attorney, can you get to the point? Puffy's attorney, it shows he's trustworthy. He's not a defendant who says, come find me in Maxwell and Epstein. Judge, how does that relate to danger and obstruction? If he was aware in April, why was he still contacting witnesses? His attorney. A woman contacted him, said she'd gotten a subpoena. We told him, don't speak to her. Judge, talk to me about danger. His attorney. People who are a danger are people who are contemptuous of the court. But Mr. Combs has never been contemptuous of the court. His attorney said he had a case in New York in 1999. He came to court every time. He shows up on time. Judge, under your plan, would he have employees? His attorney, they handle his finances, Judge. They're in California, Judge. Would he be able to leave his residence? His attorney, no, absolutely not. Judge, and the security, they can be there in the house too? His attorney, yes, in shifts. We can put cameras filming 24 hours a day. They can do spot checks. He doesn't use the internet. We can make it as secure as we need to make it, Your Honor. There are already cameras there. Judge, the video is troubling. He was 40 something years old. He's talking about the video, y'all, of him beating on Cassie. His attorney, he realized he has a problem with drug addiction and anger. He went to rehab program for a period of time. The woman in the video also went into rehab around the same time. I don't like how his attorney is trying to compare Cassie to Diddy, right? His attorney, they loved each other. The written messages are heartbreaking. The sex and the violence were totally separately motivated by separate things, Your Honor. The way they chose to be intimate, they would bring a third person on. They chose that. The judge said, what does that have to do with him punching her, throwing a vase at her? What's love got to do with that? His attorney, that was jealousy from infidelity in both directions. Mr. Combs and this other person. The violence is from that. The judge, what's your point? Judge, and you say they invited a third person in. If that person is a commercial sex worker and they travel across state lines, isn't that a problem? His attorney, I've spoken with the agency. They say they are not paid for sex, but if they feel like it. His attorney, the former government of New York, he did this also, and he was not prosecuted. They're just prosecuting Mr. Combs for it. I guess Puffy finna start bringing them down with him, y'all. He finna start bringing them down. The judge, let's get back to that video and the physical beating. Why isn't that relevant to dangerousness? His attorney, it's not sex trafficking. His attorney, even if you don't trust him, trust the bond package, 50 million bond, no internet, Sage, that will give the court comfort that he is not a flight risk. Then he can prepare for his trial. We had known this was coming. He could have ran in March. His attorney, he was actually an altar boy. Judge, how far back are you going to go? His attorney. He watches a sermon every day, Your Honor. He has done a great deal to earn the court's trust. I ask you to release him. Judge. I've heard from the parties. I find that the government have proven that the defendant is a danger. Regarding the bail package, it is insufficient, even on risk of flight. Sean Combs will remain detained. The judge say, so let's do the initial conference. State attorney, the discovery will include photographs of physical evidence from the March searches and from this week, including freak-off supplies. There are a large number of electronic devices. State attorney, we have 35 full extractions ready to produce to the defense. We request a state conference in approximately 90 days. His attorney, given that he'll be in the shoe in the MDC, I can't for now consent to any exclusion under the Speedy Trial Act. Judge, I can set a trial date if you want. If I can't try it, I can find a colleague who can. His attorney, let me speak with the government. He whispers to the state attorney while Garagos, the other attorney for Puffy, whispers to Sean Combs. How about a conference in 14 or 20 days? Puffy attorney said. Judge, what's your position on speedy trial? Puffy attorney, I'm not prepared to waive it. Judge, first, the date, October 9th at 2 p.m. State attorney, we move to exclude time under the Speedy Trial Act. His attorney, I can't consent. I'll know on October 9th. Judge, I exclude time to then. Judge, we've received some calls today from people who say they have evidence for this case. We referred them to the U.S. Attorney's Office. What about the local rule? U.S. Attorney, we wanted to flag defense counsel's comments about the victim. We are not requesting action. So the judge is basically saying that they received calls from some people today in regards to evidence for this case, and he had to refer them over to the state's attorney's office. Judge, give me a joint letter on this by Monday, September 23rd. We are adjourned. Y'all, Puffy not getting out of jail no time soon. And my opinion is he need to hire new counsel. Greg Oates was Michael Jackson attorney back in the day. He defended Puffy back in the day as well. He's older. He need Elon Musk and Alec Baldwin attorneys or somebody, because these attorneys that he have do not have no answer at all for what the state attorney is presenting. And they better come up with something quickly. So I just wanted to give you guys this last bit of the denial. If the bail got denied since the sound got cut out of the other tape. This is your girl Tree. I'm about to go to sleep. Smooches.